see any of the racism start to abate in the 4 years you were in the NFL? I mean, did the attitude shift at all?
Well, the attitude was the black players, just like in society, start saying, we don't have to take this.
Yeah.
You know.
Proving everybody wrong.
Right. You know, we don't have to continue to self-abase ourselves to stay on the team. And that was some of the greatest things that you start seeing, because the same thing was happening with the civil rights movement, that people did not have to sit and put themselves down to be accepted.
Right.
And just because someone white says this, don't mean that I got accepted.
Yeah.
And so you start seeing a lot of that. But bro, I'm gonna tell you, it's more than one way to be prejudiced. Don't ever forget that. And for years, the struggle, like Seattle, I would rather be in the South and deal with people that I know don't like me openly than to be in a place like Seattle who is prejudiced on the second level. You see, down south, if a white man don't like me, he's gonna tell me.
Yeah.
So I know we got a problem. So we can work on that problem if you know you got a problem.
Right.
In Seattle, they'll hug you, put their arm around you, tell you how great you are, and then give you a job they know you can't do. Fire you. So what's the difference if we're not gonna be honest?
Yeah, right,
You know?
right. Do you think, I mean, in my lifetime, I know, top singer was Michael Jackson, top basketball player was Michael Jordan, top talk shows, Oprah Winfrey, African-American president. To me...
Why do you think we have a black president?
I can't... He's an individual that I find a little bit peculiar, because I frankly don't understand why he was elected. Because
I can tell you exactly why he was elected.
A lot of white guilt might be part of it.
Ain't no male in it.
You think that's...
This man was elected. Hey, if every black person in America and every Hispanic person in America voted for him, he couldn't win.
Yeah, right.
Who elected Obama? White people elected Obama.
Well, and that's that they're going to elect anybody if they're in the majority, if you get down to it. But back off of him for a second, because my point is not about him in particular.
And what I'm saying, it was white guilt. We're not over that yet.
Okay, but certainly some things have improved.
Of course, certain things have improved. But, there's certain things in my marriage I can improve with my wife, but it's still bad.
So you still think it's bad even today?
I think it's a lot worse than we want to admit, but it's not because of just whites today. The worst prejudice today is minorities. The worst prejudice you're going to run into is minority prejudice.
Between each other or towards whites?
Minority people who think that America owes them something.
Okay.
They're victims now.
Okay.
And that's the worst kind of prejudice.
Now, do you think it's directed towards whites, or is it directed towards other blacks or other
directed
minorities?
For anyone else who tries to make it without someone giving it to you. I don't care what color you are.
Okay.
I mean, just think about what they've said about people like Condoleezza Rice.
Yeah.
I mean,
right.
First black Secretary of State.
Right.
First black Secretary of Defense.
Or Clarence Thomas.
Clarence Thomas. Put him through the ringer, bruh. Put him through the ringer because he did not match up to the black dynamic. And he wasn't blaming everybody else for his failures, but getting down and working hard and making it regardless.
What's the solution here?
Solution is Jesus. There's no other solution. You can talk about passing new laws. You can talk about all kinds of programs. You can talk about getting parents to be better parents. I mean, all those things are good, but the heart has to change.
I know what you mean when you say Jesus is the answer, because I'm a believer. But somebody watching who is not a Christian and going, well, this interview just ended because he said the answer is Jesus.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Let me tell you, if someone says, man, the interview is over, he mentioned Jesus, he just made another stupid decision, as far as I'm concerned. Tell me, what has worked for you? Have you found anything better to work than Jesus Christ to bring people together? Do you have any program that you've come up with that makes people come together without a false humility, without a false love, and has to pretend like everything's okay? Have you found anything other than Jesus in this world that has a tendency to change a man from his deepest hatred to a love, to make a black man who hated white people end up marrying a white woman? Have you ever found anything outside of Jesus that can bring worlds together, nationalities together, all the colors? Because the Bible is already cross-cultural. Mm-hmm. We just need to make sure that we follow it. And the Bible says Jesus is the answer. So he can say it's over. Just give me a better answer and I'll follow him. And until then, if he can't find a better answer, he needs to follow what I say. Give Jesus the opportunity to change his life or her life.
Well said, well stated. If someone wants to hear more from you, read some of your books, maybe listen to some sermons, what's your website?
My website is www.hutchpost.org.
Very good. Check it out. We'll get it on the screen.
HUTCPOST.org.
We'll put it right there so they can't miss